Guys, in the previous video, in the previous video, we talked about um, modular basic modules, multiple increments, and lastly, we did talk about the non-modular sizes. You can put that non-modular size in the non-modular zone, or in other cases, you can also, if it is possible, then you can have a non-modular size coordinated by the use of simple fractions of the basic modulus. So you can have like uh, uh, um, maybe like a small wall panel that is non-modular. You can have it modular by having it um, a subdivision of the basic module, like 1 over 2m or 1 over 4m. When you have that 25 mm of wall panel and so on. So it can be a submodule. This is suggested by the standards. So next, the standard talk about reference system. So reference system, as we talked about earlier, is a system of points, lines, and planes to which the building components are assembled. A reference system should mainly be used during the design stage and may also form the basis of the system of lines from which the measurement on site are set out. So you can have a reference system at the beginning of design, but also be adopted in the construction drawing. So it depends. A modular space grid uh, is a three-dimensional reference system within which a building and its component are located. So basically, a space of modular coordinated components. So you can put your components that is modular within that space and will be fit along with the other components that is also modular. Grids is a modular grids, as we talked about earlier. Basic modular grid is the fundamental modular grid. Is that in which the spacing of consecutive parallel line is equal to basic module. So if you have 1m, 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 so that is a basic module grid. But if it's a 3m, 3m, 3m grid line, dimension of grid line, it is a multi-modular grid. So zone of interruptions, in some cases, it may be necessary to interrupt the modular grid. So you can see figure 3 here. So you have a non-modular, I think this is wall here, a dividing element, anything, can be anything. So this is a non-modular zone, can be modular zone or non-modular zone. So your grid line here can be half circle. That is half circle. So next, displacement of modular grids. When several modular grids are used in designing the same plane, it may be advantageous to displace the grids. You can displace the grid with reference to each other in one or both directions, x or y. So the displacement between the grids shall be chosen so as to produce a solution appropriate to the project as a whole. For example, you can see at figure 4. So you can see this grid line, but you can also have a displacement modular grids here for the center line of this column here. See, so the column having a different uh, grid line, but it's suitable with the wall here. So this is a displacement modular grid for you for easier for assembly to locate the position of your column without having to measure it from this grid line. So this is displacement grid lines. And then lastly is the location and dimensioning for the purpose of design. All components and assembly is assumed to be located in a space within the system.